How many times have you promised yourself that I'm going to do that task tomorrow, and then the tomorrow comes and you still push it to the next day? Procrastination is one thing that destroys a lot of people's dreams. And in this video, I'll be giving you those tools that you need to do in order to get off the hook of procrastination. The first thing you need to do is identify what you are actually avoiding. Identify what you are actually avoiding. What's that task? What's that thing that you're trying to avoid? What's that thing that you're trying to escape when you're faced with a task? So identify that thing. Ask yourself this question: what's in this task that I'm literally trying to escape from? So answer that question. What is that one thing you are trying to escape? Or you want to put up a perfectionist kind of spirit and you don't want to fail, so it's better you don't want to try, or probably confusion. So if you can identify that thing that is making you scared and never want to try that task, then you're already solving the problem. So identify that thing that you're trying to avoid or escape from. Avoidance leads to procrastination. So if you can identify the real problem, gain clarity around what is that thing. Once the task comes to your head, or once an activity comes to your head, what's that thing that pops in your mind first? So there are several issues that could make you not want to go into a task. It could be lack of fear, it could be confusion, it could be maybe the task is boring or unclear task. The task is not properly defined. So if you can identify that thing that is making you not to do that task, then you are solving the problem of procrastination. You're smashing it. The second point you need to pay attention to is ask yourself this question: what's that one task? What's that task? What's that little small task I can do now? The task can look big, but ask yourself the question of what can I try now? What's that little task I can do for 5 minutes that I can start now while waiting for the bigger task? If you can answer this question and identify it, then you're on your way to getting out of the net of procrastination. Now, take for example, you're about to publish a book, and then the tiredness of writing, coming up with ideas, finding the niche of what you want to write, coming up with the ideas, starting the manuscript, going to get a publishing house, get your ISBN, all those processes is looking big, it's looking tedious for you. So, but if you can identify what's that one thing I can start now for 5 minutes that I can finish in 5 minutes in that big task. For example, I need to get a niche, so you can start drafting out your table of content and all that. So those are the things. That's the best way to get out of the net of procrastination. Procrastination will make you feel everything is looking all big and probably you don't know which one to follow. But if you can identify what you can start in just 5 minutes, then you are already dealing or smashing procrastination for good. So once you can identify it, don't waste time. Start immediately. Once you start, then everything will align. You will notice that you finish that task without even realizing that it wasn't big. I'm speaking from experience. I mean, there are tasks you look like, how do I start? And when you start, you don't even know when you finish. And people are like, did I actually finish this? So there was nothing here actually. Procrastination will paint a task to look too big and too complex that you don't know how to start. So if you can identify what you can start now, the small tasks you can start just right now, then you're getting it done. The third point, which is very, very important, is remove the escape route. Remove those escape routes that is around you. Now, if you're not achieving a task at that moment, there is something that is taking your time and your interest. And those stops could be those escape route, what you use to escape the actual job, the actual task, probably what makes you procrastinate. For example, you're supposed to research on a topic or you're supposed to read, and it's looking big, the task is looking big, and the next thing you see, I'll do it later. The next, that distraction that we want to cover up for it probably is social media. It could be your phone, it could be your social media, it could be calling a friend, it could be sleeping. Those are the escape routes. So you take away your phones. If you want to get, just push your phones. Your phones can be a major distraction, and that is one of the major distractions that is used as an escape route for procrastination. So procrastination makes use of those escape routes. It could be your phone, it could be an electronic, it could be a distraction. However it is, those are escape routes that is sapping your energy, taking it away from achieving the task. So you need to pay attention to it and remove them completely. So once your body notices that there's no escape route and is only fixed with one option, which is getting that job done, there's no how you're going to do it. So you're going to just see yourself doing that task anyway. So remove the escape route, remove them, just name it, anything that will make you avoid doing that task, take them away. The next point is Stop trying to feel motivated before you get the job done. Motivation does not just come. Motivation is empowered by action. So if there's no action, there is no motivation. You need to take an action first before you get motivated. You cannot stay idle and expect to be motivated. So there's no amount of motivation that will move you off your feet if you've not started something. So see how you can take away the idea of I'm waiting to be motivated before I get the job done. I want somebody to talk me into doing it. You will not last. You'll be seeing yourself ignoring the actual tasks. So instead of waiting to feel motivated, start anyways. So motivation comes from action. So take the first step, you'll be motivated to take the next one. You'll be motivated to take the other one. And that's how it is done. So take away that notion of I'm waiting to feel motivated. Don't get motivated. The motivation you need to give yourself is to take the action. So take the first step. The hardest part is to take the first step. So if you can just take that first step, then you are good to go. A lot of people don't know how to time themselves. If you don't time yourself, you can spend more time on a task because there's no discipline in there. So setting deadlines is timing yourself and disciplining yourself to create order. So set deadlines for a task. Once you know the deadline, psychologically your brain will start pumping in energy for you to get that task done before your deadline. So set deadlines for yourself and stick to it. So these are the hacks that you need to do in order to get off the net of procrastination. I want you to smash procrastination. If you do this, you are going to smash procrastination to the barest minimum. Probably you'll put it and never experience it again. Now, if you find this video helpful, do well to subscribe, like, share, and of course, comment. I would like to hear your feedback on this video. My name is Gideon Etim, and I'm the Clarity Coach. I bring clarity to areas that are not necessarily talked about, just to position you right to your true identity, which you are meant to be.